Hello students, are you okay? Okay, let's learn about reported commands and requests. Here we are. First, we are going to remember about some small things about the reported questions. When you report a question, you can use the word whether or if the question has an answer yes or no. For example, do you like mate? I love mate. Do you like mate? This question has an answer yes or no. So in this case, you can use whether or if. So, do you like mate is in the present, so you change it to the past. Remember the change in tenses, cambio de tiempos. Miss Claudia asked if I liked mate. Or Miss Claudia asked whether I liked mate. Miss Claudia wanted to know if I liked mate. Miss Claudia wondered if I liked mate. Wonder es preguntarse. You can use all of these expressions when you ask questions. Remember about the change in the tenses. If the direct speech is in the present, you change it to the past. If it's in the past, you change it to the past perfect. If it's with will, you change it with would. Okay? After the WH question, if it's a WH question, remember to always write down the subject. For example, who are you? ¿Quién eres? Who are you? Miss Claudia asked who I was. After who, the question word will write the subject. In this case, is I because you are you. But when you tell it, okay, you know what I mean, right? And some expression like this for that. I'm gonna see you this Friday. I'm going to see you this Friday. Miss Claudia told me that she was going to see me that Friday. Why that? Because when I said it, when Miss Claudia said it, maybe it wasn't this Friday, maybe it was before. So you have to change these expressions from this to that, because that is further, is far. So instead of this morning, you change it to that morning. This night or tonight, that night, and so on. And always remember to change subject and time expressions, like the one I told you before. Here you have a table with the statements and the questions, and how you have to change them. From direct speech, for example, in the present, writes, it has to change to the past, wrote, and so on. Will write, would write. Was writing, was writing the same or had been writing. Can changes to could. Must, had to. Must, debes, had to, tenías que. Mustn't, this stays the same. With may, que es puede de manera formal, you change it to might. This is important. It's going to appear in a test or in a worksheet somewhere. May changes to might. For example, may I go to the bathroom? May I go to hell? You change it to might. Miss Claudia asked if she might go to hell or to heaven. Yes, heaven, because I'm an angel. And shall, which is a more formal way to say will, changes to should, deberías, okay? Now, some other changes. The pronouns I can change to you, he or she, his, her, your, change depending of what you want to say. If in the direct speech Okay, I lost my card, my credit card. I am me. So when you change it, you transform my credit card to her credit card, and so on. The little prince says, I want a sheep that will live for a long time. The little prince said that he wanted a sheep that would live for a long time. The author says, this is my airplane. The author said that instead of this, that was, because is the present changes to was in the past. My to his because it's a man. Supposedly, we don't know. You can write his or her. Okay. Oh no. Then, since the introductory verbs are normally in the past tense, the tense in the main part changes too. For example, if it's in the present, it changes to the past. Everything is so small where I live. The little prince said that everything was so small where he lived in the past. And here another chart with the verb changes. You can pause the presentation and have a look at the examples and the changes from direct speech to reported speech. It's longer. Here you have some more examples. If you have any question about these examples, you can write to me or, I don't know, talk to me in class. Some other changes. Wow, here arrows went crazy. Sorry about that. Adverbs of time. In direct speech, when it says now, you change it to then. Ahora cambia a luego. Yesterday, you change it to the day before. Tomorrow, you change it to the next day. Today, that day. Adverbs of place. Here changes to there. I do not have to live here. The little prince said that he, or not that, remember that that is optional. He did not have to live there. In the past, negative. Do not changes to did not. And now the important thing, reported commands and requests. Look at these examples. Draw me a sheep, the little prince said. The little prince told him to draw him a sheep. This is an order, you say. Draw me a sheep. Dibújame una oveja, says the little prince. And when you talk about commands or requests, you change it this way. The little prince told him to, the infinitive to, draw him a sheep. Please draw me a sheep, the little prince said softly. Now it's not an order, it's like a request. Please draw me a sheep. The little prince asked him to draw him a sheep. Told him is like more imperative. Use tell with commands and ask with requests. So when it's an order, a command, you use tell, and ask with requests. As you can see from the previous examples, there is no tense change when reporting commands and requests. The verb changes into the infinitive. OMG. So it's easier to transform commands from direct speech to reported speech. You just have to use to, or in the negative, it would be not to. Some more examples. When reporting negative commands, you must remember that not comes before to. Example, the rose said, don't hang about so. The rose said to the little prince, "Not to hang about so." "Do not come tonight." "Don't come tonight," the little prince said. The little prince told him not to come that night. Here, how can you identify when it's an order? It won't have a subject. Here you just have the auxiliary and the verb. Do not. You don't have a subject like you sing, you listen, you dance. In this case, just or the verb or the auxiliary if it's negative. Do not or don't. Come back tomorrow. Do you see a subject here? Like you come back tomorrow? No, because it's an order. You just have the verb. It's an imperative. The little prince told him. The little prince told him to come back the next evening. The rose whispered. Whisper is when you talk like this. The rose whispered, "Please forgive me. Try to be happy." Because it says please, it changes to a request. The rose asked the little prince to forgive her and try to be happy. So, this was a short class about commands and requests. Remember, with commands, you use tell or told. He told me to do this. For example, okay, stand up class, sit down. Okay, Miss Claudia told us to stand up. This is an order. Now if I say, please students, stand up. Please changes to a request. It's a favor. So you use asked. Miss Claudia asked us to stand up. Always to and the verb when we are talking about requests or commands. Okay, class, I hope this is useful for you to study when you're quieter in your house, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.